Hey everybody! In this video I'm going to teach you a few simple tricks to help you win fights against aggressive players. In many of your Fortnite matches, you might get frustrated because your opponents are always pushing towards you. They spray your box, they take your walls, and they dive on top of you. These W key psychos put a lot of pressure on you, and they can be difficult to deal with if you don't know what you're doing. Fortunately for us, all of the strategies that these aggressive players use can be countered. Sometimes in a fight, you will end up making some mistakes. You'll have to build yourself into a box and try to heal yourself. In this situation, you know your opponent will try to take your wall and make an edit. To counter this play, don't just hold the wall and hope that you keep it. Watch where your opponent swings their pickaxe and edit that same section of the wall. Your opponent won't hit anything. This gives you a free opportunity to shoot back and reset the wall edit. If your opponent wants to end the fight quickly without ever trying to take your wall, their best option is this ramp trick to jump inside the box. If you've ever wondered how a player got inside your box while you were holding a wall, this is how. To counter this aggressive play, you need to learn to recognize when a player places a ramp against your box. In this situation, the player is getting inside no matter what. This means you can't just hold the wall, you need to move. You could edit out the top, side, or bottom of the box. However, if you move in any of those directions, your opponent will continue to chase you. Instead, try pressing yourself against the front wall as the player jumps through. Shoot them with your shotgun and then look straight down to replace the wall. By trading places with this player, you can find that free damage and also trap the player inside a box that you own. From here, you can make a bunch of safe right-hand peek edits to finish the fight, or you can build away and finally heal yourself. In creative mode, take turns practicing this with a friend. Have one player try to jump inside the box while the other tries to shoot back and to trade places.
Trying to get inside my box. Now, I'm going to stand on a cone. I'm going to trade places with him. Edit up this tile. You know what? Let's trade places again. Bring around the Rosie here. He's inside again, so I bring up those tiles. I hold this wall. I place another cone. Watch, he's going to go straight through. We trade places again. Bring up the tile. He's going to destroy this. And that's how you counter a W key psycho.
Experienced players might not use their pickaxe to try and take your walls. They also might not use that ramp trick to jump into your box. Instead, they will shoot your walls and replace them from far away. When you see your opponent doing this, making edits is risky. A good player will always damage your walls from a right-hand peek, which means that even if you timed your edit correctly, you might not have the right angle, and you might end up getting shot.
He's gonna flip the ramp, watch. 3, 2, 1.
This is where your counterplays get a little harder. It helps if you've learned to build tunnels and if you've learned to edit cones and ramps quickly. And that's because if opponent safely takes your wall, you need to use the ramp or cone inside your box to give yourself protection. And then you need to escape into a new box. From on top of a cone, you can edit the front tiles or the back tiles, depending on where you want to move. With a ramp inside your box, you will need to flip it, rotate it, or reset it to block your opponent. And again, you should practice these edits with a friend in creative. Have one player stand inside a box with a cone or ramp while the other takes walls. Try to focus on crosshair efficiency to edit the cone or ramp as fast as possible. Once you have that protection, you have a lot of options. Many defensive players would choose to climb upwards. Sometimes cranking some 90s gives you enough time to heal. However, many situations don't allow you to do this. And it wouldn't work if your opponent can crank 90s just as fast as you. One way to counter these players who keep taking your walls is to tunnel in a counterclockwise circle. As you leave your box, build another box, and then edit out the left wall to build one more box. As your opponent continues to chase you and replace your walls, they will have a favorable right-hand peek. This is how you can trick your opponent into thinking that running into your tunnel is a good idea. As you complete the circle, you should be able to edit the structures you built earlier. Suddenly, you now get to enjoy the same right-hand peeks that baited your opponent into chasing you so aggressively in the first place. To practice this strategy, make sure you understand how to tunnel and change directions. If you don't know where to start, watch my video on how to tunnel. I will leave that link in the video description. Once you get the basics down, just practice tunneling while turning to the left. From there, make sure to practice this strategy in creative mode box fights before you try to attempt it in real public matches or arena. In the comments, some of you might have questions about this video or about other things that you've had trouble learning. I try to answer these questions if I can, but sometimes it's better for me to show you the answer. And that's why for the rest of March and April, I will be hosting public Q&A sessions at 4 p.m. Eastern Time on my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/billy_bicep. And I will put that channel in the video description. Whatever you're struggling with, you can ask me about it, and I will do my very best to help you figure it out. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for following my Twitch channel and for subscribing to this channel. Huge thanks to everybody who's using code billy-bicep in the item shop. You guys are the best, and I hope to see you all later during my live streams.